So, I just switched to the webcam briefly just to show you that I'm getting ready to do stuff or whatever. I'll switch it over in just a second. So, today we are going to, I have it up here. You'll be able to see it. Today I'm going to continue to combine the pages. I'm going to get rid of the descriptions. I'm going to put some slash T's, slash, tab characters which works because yesterday that I spent most of my time for part one in actually modifying the code to use rich text label instead of a regular label. Um, I mean, I can do some formatting, extra formatting stuff, but apparently a regular label didn't accept um, the tab key. So I probably have to, if I wanted to indent, I probably have to do a couple spaces. So I figured this is probably better anyways because eventually I'm going to want to probably add the BB code so I can have like different colors and things like that. I won't go too much into that because of the way the phases are constructed. The idea is to get it done as quick as possible and to expand it properly. So I'm not really that interested if the text version ever has like full colors and full whatever. Although I might go ahead and do that. So yeah. What was I gonna say? Anything else I was gonna say? No, I think that's it. Here, let's go back to that. Oh yeah. I was gonna say I'm not gonna put any extra. Well, I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll let's do it. Let's do it a little bit. Actually, let's do it a little bit differently. Let's let me fire up YouTube. We're going to go to my videos and we're going to look at, I don't know, some old videos somewhere. Um, let's see. Let's see. Your videos. Honestly, I could go to the really old videos. I have some my old videos. Here, let's go to videos and see. I got 618 here. Um, Hold on just a second. I'm checking something. Hey, Rook. And okay. And so well, it might I don't know. It might take all day just doing this, but here. These were these were my current updates. Okay, so this was okay. This was 600. So yeah, part of it was like learning some Blender because I was doing some stuff in Blender. I was planning on using Armory, so mess with nav mesh and stuff like that, and so I have it's kind of interesting here. I have 600 videos, and quantity does not equal subscribers or views or anything. I've had these up since 2019, so it's been like 6 years, and you'd think that none of these have even, very few have gotten to the 3-digit mark. Most haven't got to the 2-digit mark of views, if you notice. Um, so whoever said that you make a whole bunch of videos at first and then they get going and then they'll continue to gain views and stuff kind of doesn't know what they're talking about. And yeah, see this one's 542. It's quite a bit. In fact, the ones that I got the most on are some of the like the tutorial ones when I went through the one tutorial because people wanted to know how the tutorial worked. What's funny is, well, this is no, this is John Lemon. See, John Lemon part 34, and that was a Unity. I think it was Unity. It was a Unity tutorial uh, back in 2019, and so those ones get some help. Need someone to show me the tool stuff. So whenever I did my own stuff, I got barely any views. When I did the tutorials, I got a ton of views. Well, not a ton, but I got a whole lot more. It's like this. These are all. What's funny is there are videos that are tutorials, right? That show you how to do stuff, and they get good play. But I could probably have made my YouTube career off of going through various tutorials um, for the different engines and things. Because if you look, they're consistently three-digit views here, if you notice, and that's just because people are interested in how you like get over a certain thing, right? So, shoot, I might do that in the future. Um, not right now because I have to spend time making my game, but uh maybe just going through tutorials so that because okay, so like tutorials are cool to show somebody how to do something, and those get plenty of play, probably more play than I got by doing a tutorial. But if I made my YouTube career on doing a tutorial, uh, then I think I think that could be a good source of like viewership and stuff. That doesn't mean it's gonna help my game any or anything like that. That was for 418. That was when I was doing slope stuff. Oh yeah. So here, let's go back forward real quick. Um, Enchanted Lands. Okay, so my Enchanted Lands devlog was me. I had some sketches. I did some various things, and honestly, all of these should have been in a playlist. In fact, I might find a way of adding these to a playlist. I don't know if there's a way to mass do it, but maybe I'll maybe I'll just create a playlist once, and then I'll start adding these in here. Uh, Intro video stuff. Okay, so text console. So this is 2019, but this is 2017, right? So 2017 and before. Uh, ooh, 740. I got even more videos in here, but so these are my old ones. This is when I was doing fake text mode in I think what was it? Flixel? Was it Flixel? I think it was Flixel. Um, and I got a little ways into it, and I was gonna work on something like a roguelike. Roguelike. I always say roguelike because it has that e in there, and so when you read it, you're reading roguelike. You're not reading roguelike, but it doesn't really matter. Um, None of these are very long though. This one I do on the slope stuff, and I was basically brute forcing it. I wasn't using any like physics or anything. I was just like create I had information in each of the tiles for the level. In other words, if there's a slope or something on it, I'd have a information about the where you're supposed to go. And the problem is because I wasn't using physics at all, uh, you have certain spots where if you went too fast, you'd actually basically tunnel into something. It's that old tunneling problem where if you go faster than the width of whatever you're tunneling into, it just goes right through it. It doesn't detect a collision. So what you have to do is you have to resize a box um, and account for the actual movement so that the box is actually longer than your actual bounding box. And that worked to a point, but when I was getting the super speeds, somehow it would still manage to like it would like fling it like to the other side of the screen or to another part of the level or whatever, just because it was too fast for the slope for the thing. It was just the amount of distance was just too far. Here's some I called it user interface quest because I was looking at I was looking at using pie menus, and even for this game, really. 2010 problems with variable height jumping. Oh yeah, and remember, I don't know if any of you remember me making my editor, my edit, little map editor. Um, yeah, okay. So I was just gonna look at some of these. This 2007 was my earliest uploaded thing. I might have had one or two things here. I think I got my YouTube account in 2006. But anyways, um, okay. I guess I was just trying to find some possible videos, to do, and I don't guess I don't have it. So I don't know if I should just favorites, watch again. There we go. Videos. John Lemon. I don't remember what one I was on. Well, okay. I know I'm not getting a lot of work done. Just a second. You can give me another minute here, and yeah, kind of too bad. Okay. I don't necessarily want to spend like forever trying to find uh some backgrounds. 10-hour loop. Um, C0 public remain uh free royalty free. Um, put license in it just so that it comes up as a word. So when it tries to pull up videos, background, oops. Um, sharing is caring. Yeah, but if it doesn't have a playlist, a full playlist. Um, I'll give this another like quick minute or two here. Oh, okay. Let's do that. Not audio, visual. No. Background video. No copyright. C 0 public remain royalty free. Maybe that'll work. Um, I do need something with a license in it though that explicitly allows me. First, um, well, kind of doesn't matter, does it? People playlist. Here, I guess here, I'm gonna drag this over off the screen here. So, give me a quick second. I don't mind using this, but see, yeah. So that wasn't very good because it doesn't give me a license. It doesn't have a license on here. Go to Pexels or something maybe. I don't know. Open a new window and uh, see something here. Well, this isn't good either. See, I mean, it's dumb. You know what? I don't know who I would talk to, but um, let's see. If you're now their website might have a okay, forget that. Forget it. So it needs to have a license. I wish all these 10-hour guys would actually provide a license. You know, it can just be like a couple of line things saying, you know, this is copyright free. Don't use it in commercial projects. Use it in whatever you want. Use it in whatever you want. You don't even need to, you know, you don't even need to use attribution. Maybe I should just look for CC0 10-hour loop. Okay, let's open that in a new tab. Or, see if I can. Oh, shoot. Come on, where's the thing? Ganya? Okay. Hold on a sec. Sorry about that. My dad was smelling something burning. He was figuring something was still on the stove. And I think it was just I cooked steaks today, and it was pretty smoky. So there's a little burny. The steaks weren't burned at all. It was just what was in the pan and stuff. And then at one point I put water in it. And I completely forgot about it. Left it on the stove so that all that stuff would come off the bottom. And then it evaporated all the water out before I realize it, and so I had to go and put some more water in it. There's probably a lingering smell from that. Anyways, let's get back to what I was doing here. Just give me a quick second. Uh, I'll have to go to this Animation Town guide and see if yeah. So none of these. I guess I'm gonna have to do without it. I know I wasted a half an hour or 15 or 20 minutes or whatever. But I was trying to find something that I could pop up here. In fact, it's possible that I might get pinged again just because I had this little, couple of images, couple of frames or something. That happens sometimes. Um, let's actually put this. Let's actually do a new tab, and then let's pop this old tab out. I'll go ahead and put it over here. I got a browser window over here. And trying to look for 10-hour video loop. 10-hour video loop CC0. Let's do that. I'll have to create some of my own stuff. Like I was gonna say, one of these days, I don't know when, because I basically I don't have any time during the day. So late at night or maybe early in the morning, there's a possibility I might be able to do something early in the morning. It really depends. Um, I'll start doing my practice, and then I'll start recording my drawing practice, and then I'll just put that up, my own stuff. And I know you can get copyright claimed even on your own stuff because of the scammers and stuff. But I can always I don't know. I can always protect myself a little bit, uh, showing dates, and maybe I actually show the date in the video. Not that you couldn't fake that, but maybe I show the date and the time, and maybe I'd show me on webcam. I have maybe what I'll do is I'll switch to desktop scene and then um, uh, turn off hide the webcam deal, and but then when I want to show the date, I'll open the webcam and I'll make sure that the date is there, is actually up there. So that might would work. Um, okay, so uh, how to loop I don't need to learn how to loop a video. I need some video loop that doesn't that has a license that says it's free to use. That's what I need. Support me on Patreon. PC specs are protected by copyright. It may not be used, redistributed, or republished without prior permission from me. See, at least whoever this guy is, it says you can't use it without his permission, and that's fine. I still need to find something for free, but at least he had a statement of whether it was under copyright and stuff. So, word to anybody doing loops and stuff that you're doing for free, have a clear line showing your copyright or your license or whatever that definitely says you can use this or you can't use this, that sort of thing. Most beautiful earth scenes captured in 4K HDR, 60 FPS. It's an hour. That's full again. Color kaleidoscope. That's 2 hours. That would even work. But I have to check that out. Okay, just a second. I'll start in the actual game in just a second. I guess probably nobody's here anymore because I haven't been doing, which is usual. I guess it's usual. Whatever. This is the way my life goes. This is the way my thing always goes. I'm always late. I'm always whatever, lazy, or whatever you want to call it. It's just what it is. Um, let's see. Science fiction fantasy writer. Okay, this guy's talking about why he made these kaleidoscope things, which is cool. I just want to know if I just wanted to know if it was free, and it doesn't actually say HD colors. You need some sort of licensing, some sort of thing about your copyright and what you're allowed to do with it. Um, well, I'm not worried about that then. 10-hour timer. 10-hour timer. 10-hour loop. Make a 10-hour loop. A fireplace. Fireplace would work. Um, if it's free. One video. Oh, that didn't tell me anything, so I guess I can't find anything without. We'll try one more thing. 10-hour public domain background video. Aerial Earth, that's fine. Slow TV, which is what I was using. Animation Town. No. SimCity. Screensaver 10 hours, full HD. I'd have to actually see if it's that's cool looking. If it will allow me to just use it. And this guy doesn't have, or this person doesn't have a copyright albums. Oh, I see. So this might even be from somebody else. Okay, well, why can't any of these tell you how you allowed to use them? And why is this taking so long? Sorry, just a second. I'll be starting here. Well, it doesn't matter. Whatever. There's probably nobody even watching right now, so that's okay, I guess. Buy me a coffee. I don't care. I want to know if any of your videos, first of all, how long it is. Okay, this is a 10-hour firework display. So I guess I'll click on it and just to see if it's uh, interesting. You know, it's funny because there are tons of good like 10-hour loop or long loops, like hours long loops. For just putting on the background, that's cool. But not a lot of them have a license, and a couple of them will say that you can't even use them. Maybe I should learn to do that. Maybe I should take learn Blender and learn how to do goofy motion graphic, whatever, make these long loops, and then just put them up there, and I'll put a license. You can use it for whatever you want. Uh, just as long as you're not selling it directly, or you know what I mean. Uh, you, you can't copy this and put this onto your YouTube channel. Um, but you can display it in any stream, any video you want, how do I say that? Yeah. Well, you can't directly put it onto your YouTube channel, but you can use it in any video and display it in any video, commercial or non-commercial use, or something like that, right? I bet you I get lots of people following that. You know, people always like good 10-hour loops, and if it's free, then that's even especially good. So if I put on there that they're free, and then I put the actual usage stuff in every video and in that I make, I might start doing that. Anyways, so yeah, so let's just forget about that, I guess. And apologies. Uh, and thanks for you four that are sticking by and watching here. And it's okay. I understand that, when there's nothing on, there's nothing on, and you don't necessarily want to watch, right? Anyways, you can also learn to make like cool like pixel animations, looping pixel animations that look like they're from games or something, and then put them on have them on a 10-hour loop and whatever. And I still have the problem with music because some of those ones you do actually want just some music, not just a video background. But and I could make my own music, but I'm not really a music maker, so I don't think my music would be any good. At least not unless I practice it. But okay, so let's just go ahead and apologies for just being nothing but text here, and apologies for not actually getting to work here. Okay, so the first thing I want to do here is I want to let's see something here. Description. Um, 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 um. Okay, so what I should do is /nn hit, and then I should go and remove those. And I guess I'll have to do it like this. So control find uh, /n/n. How come it? Oh, that's weird. Okay. That's weird. /n. It's actually selecting new lines, actual new lines, is it? Or one new line, huh? That's weird. I'm not trying to do the character. Let's see something here. What if I did //n /n? Okay, that's what I have to do because this taking the text as a escape sequence, which is weird in a way. I mean, I guess that's useful if you're trying to find like an actual new line. Hit that. Okay. Now let's go up to the top. Okay, next. Okay. Um, Well, we have next here. Can I do F3 for next? No? What's the hotkey for next here? Keyboard shortcuts. Uh, save, Windows panes, find and replace. Find next match. Control G. I don't know. There's this weird thing in being Linux, and now this is just one text editor, so other text editors will probably conform. But there's a thing, for instance, now this is just for Redot, but there's a deal about replacing. You know, there was a Control H to replace, so you Control F to find, Control H to replace. Now I don't know why it's Control H. It's weird, I know, and Control R is probably a better deal. I don't know what Control R is used, but for years it was Control H. You know, in any kind of Windows or DOS app or whatever. Um, so I come to Linux and well, I come to Redot. Really, it's not really Linux because I think it's a Redot specific thing. So I couldn't figure out how to what the shortcut was for replace. Of course, it was R. Was it Control R? Control R, I think. But some of these things, I don't know. It's like using Nano to edit. Now I realize it's an old program. It's command line and it's text display or whatever. And but now Control X to exit, that's fairly normal for a lot of programs. But like instead of Control S to save, you have to do Control O to write out. It's like it's not intuitive. I don't know. I think they should all kind of use kind of the same like shortcuts and things so that you know exactly what to do depending on which system or which editor you prefer. Anyways, I'm just sorry about that. See, this find and replace is Control H, right? And I don't even know why it's Control H. Control R is probably for something else. I don't see a Control R here. Control R should be replaced logically, but Control H is what I've always used, and so that's good. But usually there's F3 to find the next thing, and that's not the case here. To find the next thing, I do Control G. And Control G, what is it? Control G, what's the deal with that? Um, editing. Okay. Anyways, I have to do Control G. Okay, so I'll do Control G. Okay. Now. Okay, so Control G. Zero to quit. Okay, wait a second. I don't know why it leave these in because it shouldn't leave these in. But here. Control G. Why? I don't know, it's kind of weird. Okay, let's try this again. Control G. Alright. Because it's not deleting that. How come? Wait. Okay. G. Control G. Because it already selected it somehow, and I don't know. It's weird. That's weird. Anyways, it's just weird. I'll leave this in here. Um, I'll just leave these in here. We'll start here, and we'll do the same thing. G. There we go. I have to actually deselect it because it's selected. Here, let's try something different. If I hit delete, and then I do this. All right, Control G, delete. Wait, Control Z. Okay, that last one is the last one's always fine because I'm gonna be doing that, and each one's gonna be to continue. I'm also gonna probably rename these, and then yeah. Okay. Let's do this again. Control G, delete, delete, Control G. Okay, now we come down here. Um, and we're gonna leave that. And let's save it. Okay, so I get this is boring stuff. Super boring. Totally get it. But thanks you for watching it anyways, or for being here. All I'm doing is I'm just removing the text because okay, so the game engine is super simple. It's just a description. We do have I have an ID label, the doors, that sort of thing. But as far as the actual thing goes, the doors are the doors have there's an array called door specs, which is so that was a way I could edit doors, create doors within the editor, within the inspector in the Redot editor. So so it comes up, it creates this array, it fills the array with the door data, and then you have choice. So you have choice, you have the door that goes to a destination, you have the choice that you need, and then you have the description. And there's no separate like description telling you what choices there are. Although, I could probably have a thing where it the choices were actually a separate like a separate deal. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, the choice could actually have the choice text. I could actually change the doors to now actually having the choice text as well. Uh, I might would do that, but it's the way I do it here is super simple. So, anytime you have a okay, anytime you have what was I gonna say? when you play the game, it shows the description, and if you want the choices to show up in the description, you have to type in the description. It's just straight up. It's just what it is. It's not a separate like structure or anything like that. So that's why I have to actually manually delete these from here because otherwise they'd be in there, and you don't want a bunch of that in there. So part of my um, what was I saying? Anyways, so I'm removing the choice options that you normally have because it's just extra text that you don't need because it's I'm combining these pages. Okay. Control G, Control G, Control G. Okay. Okay. And this don't take too long. There are only like 13 actual pages here. Where? This is just making it quicker. And then the next thing I'll do after that is I will delete the description tag and um, the opening quote. And I guess I'm not sure how this would show up if it shows up as a straight up like sentence, like run on sentence. Um, I'll have to do a test or something. I have to do it like when I get rid of the description parts here, I'll have to and I get rid of the quotes. So I'll get rid of description and quote, and um, then I'll save it so that I only have one set of quotes total, and I'll copy it into one of the actual existing pages in there. Okay, so we got rid of those except for the last one, which the last one should be there. Control G, that Control G. Okay. G, Control G, scrap over chicken, and then wait. Okay. Um, 13 is a whole lot better than renaming 93 names, I would say. Okay. Anyways, see, we're almost done. Well, sort of. This is the boring stuff. Yeah, and this is like under the heading of boring but necessary. Um, the I like kind of like this work. I like this. It's what I call kind of like busy work. I know that busy work kind of has a negative connotation, like you're just doing stuff just to stay busy, and it's not really like relevant. This is stuff that is actually important, but it's busy work in the fact that I don't have to think. I'm not coming up with ideas here, and I have a clear goal, and the goal is to get rid of all of these choice texts here. Choice text being the choice that you make. Um, decision that you make. All except for the last one, obviously. Okay, we'll save that. This one's really short. Let's see if I can do this even quicker. I'm doing it as fast as I can do it. And that was the last one with that one. Save it. Werewolf Village. Okay. G. G. And that last one stays. Another one down. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Hey, hey. Control G. Okay. Trying to do this as fast as possible. Because I know... What the heck? Because I know I took a long time trying to get whatever, some visual stuff. And I'm just gonna have to generate it myself. Actually, I can probably look online, like, there's like pixels and there's plenty of stuff that gives you royalty free and free stuff that even has a license and everything. But I'm gonna have to do that so that there's something more interesting than me messing with this text here. Kind of an interesting thing to note, though, is that the further along I get, the less boring this will probably... What did I just do? Okay. I did nothing. That was fine. And that's the last one. And then I'm not sure, is this is the very last thing here. Okay. I think I was doing Control F, so it just went back to the find window. That's what... Wait a minute. Control G. And Control G. The end. Okay. So now we are going to go ahead and we are going to remove the description text. Actually, we're not going to remove all the description text. We're just going to remove the duplicate ones that were part of the same page. And I'll have to do a little test deal in here. So, okay, so let me do this. Let me finish this part, and then we'll go to the little. I'm gonna do a test page. I'm gonna find. Actually, I'll paste this whole text into. We'll say Claude. We'll put it in the Claude, I guess. It doesn't really matter which one it is, but I'll have them find the longest page. Okay, so let's... What we're going to search for, we're going to search for this. We're going to search for description colon that. And that's what we're going to look for. And Control G, Control G. We're just going to delete that. Okay. Well, we're just going to have to do it anyways. Maybe I won't. No, but instead of doing Control G, see it's showing that because the text is outside of the deal here. So um, see, let's Control H. No, Control F. We're gonna do colon, comma. Right? G. O S. So why is it still doing that? How come it's not included as... Huh. These all... Oop. No, these aren't tabs. Why? What if I took the... I took these out. See, how come it's formatting in that ways? Because I have slash ins and stuff all up in here. Right? So, like, what if I just put this on a new line? So what makes that different? Huh. Well, maybe I should ask AI. So I have AI. I'll have to figure out what the deal is with that. Uh, let's go ahead and go to Claude. Okay, today is Tuesday, November 18th, 2025. Not working on the layout tool until later today. Right now, I have a specific question about the text editor in Linux Mint. Um, Now let's go to the text. I'm going to leave this. I'm going to go to the next one. And given this JSON object, let's realize there are multiple description tags, but just ignore that fact. V. In the text editor, the text in between description colon some text and comma the text inside the quotes appear green as per normal. If I remove one of those description on description colon then the text becomes red when there's still regular text in between actual. So if I do this, so if I remove this, so if I remove one of them, I'm left with this. Here, let's just go ahead and we're going to Chester. Wait. As Chester's flying around, Chester finally dragon to the entrance to the caves of Dragon Mount. Chester leaves. Wait. Walks around the cave system, leaves, flies around. Cave system leaves, flies. Oh. So let's go ahead and copy this. There we go. Guess I have to do this. I don't know. Maybe I don't have to do that. Here, let's delete that. That way the one is missing. Okay. And wait. And also the corresponding comma from the end of that line. I'm left with this. Where the missing description text Chester is flying around. As Chester is flying around, now displays in red. How come it doesn't also display in green since I removed the trailing from the first description and the leading description and the second. I hope it understands what I'm talking about here. It should be, I mean, it should be okay. In the first version, with duplicate description keys, each line properly paired, opening and closing for each string, the editor highlights each complete string in green. In the second version, after your removal, missing at the end of the first description, the next line is Chester flying around. The text is not inside quotes, it's just bare text floating in JSON. The editor isn't smart enough to connect the removed closing quote from the line, from the removed opening quote from line 2, and unclosed string. Oh. So basically, for a multi-paragraph description use, oh, so basically, the JSON needs to be all on one line, so to speak, as if the whole text were a single string, which it technically is. So when you have a line, when you have a new line, the text editor is seeing that as broken JSON. Right. Yes, yes. Okay, I get it, I get it. I didn't realize that. Hmm. Okay. I'll have to do that, but I'll have to fix it manually. I'm trying to use search and replace. I'm trying to use search to speed up changing stuff. I think I know how to do it. Thanks. Okay. All right, that makes sense. That actually makes sense. See if I can just go back. Okay. And yeah, what I'm gonna have to do, of course, is I'm gonna have to put /n on these, but then I'm gonna have to go back and make sure that they're literally in the same block. So I'm gonna have to. And this is what I was gonna do anyways. Whoa. Where's it going? Okay. And then what I'll have to do here is I'll have to back it up. Oh, right. I have to do that up here too. So we back this thing up. Back that thing up. Okay. And normally I wouldn't be doing this manually. I'll actually have to also figure out about okay. And we're gonna have to I don't know. Okay, so that is fine. Now it's a big block of text that you can't tell anything. uh, okay. That's a big pain in the butt, but it's also a big pain in the necessary. No, nope. Interesting. What? How did I hit my free message limit? I didn't even do 2 seconds on here. I didn't even do like a couple of things. What's the deal with that? Of course. Shoot. Oh, great. So now the chat's not working. Where's where's the okay, there we go. Where's the chat? Chat working? Yeah, chat's working. Okay, what about yeah, that's annoying. The chat's not working for some reason. I know Derek or try again later. Stupid plugins. Are really all that cracked to be. Yeah. Looks like I'll have to do a lot of manual formatting because the amount of spaces in between each description varies. Oh, right. Of course, of course. That's why ChatGPT and Grok are better in that way. Okay, so um we're gonna go ahead and we are gonna remove those. And I don't care what it shows you because it's gonna be right. So go find okay, control G. I delete that. How come I can't delete that? Control G. Control Z. That's not what I want to do. I want to do the description. I want to do the description part of it because. Okay. Let's do Control H. We're going to replace description. We're going to do it up here. Replace description, colon, space, quote, with /n/n. And replace. Why did it do that? Fine. Replace. Where's the next one? Oh, doggone it. Still doing the control characters. It's not putting the lines in. So dumb. Replace it with //n//n. It's annoying to do that in the search. Okay, let's go ahead and replace. Next. 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 We'll have to do a lot of manual replacement here. Oh shoot, it's almost 1 o'clock. Doggone it. I hate that. Should have just did it. Once I understood what was going on, I should have just did it as quickly as possible. Okay. Control H, fine. N //n. Okay. G next. Oh, but you know what I could do? Let's put, what is it, 4 spaces? Actually 4 spaces, isn't it? I can use the 4 spaces to get the exact thing. Three, 4. Control fine. What? Control fine. Darn it. Control fine. Well, how come it's not? Oh, Control G. I keep forgetting. Stupid thing. Oh, there's one thing that I could do though, and I should do. Let's do this. Let's Control H with, yeah, exactly. So Control G, replace, place. I'm going to thread the needle a little bit. I'm gonna see if I can find the line feed or carriage return or whatever you want to call it. New line. Okay, so let's go back up to here. Let's see something here. Control F. I wonder if I can do a slash in. Control G. And if I delete, all right, I can do that because it was a carriage return. No. Next, 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 next. Delete, delete, Control G, delete, Control G, delete. Control G, G, G. G, Control G, Control G, 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 Control G, G. All right. At least this is not going to take forever. Delete. G. Control G. Control G. Delete. Control G. Delete. Delete. Control G. Control G. 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 Let's save it. Control G. Delete. Control G. Delete. Control G. Delete. Control G. Delete. Delete. I'm gonna finish this up and then I'll be done with part one today, even though it's probably 1 o'clock now. It is. Gotta get this last bit done, and then I have to do the testing part. Um, it should have gee, I should have done this originally. I wouldn't have to be doing this now. That's the way it goes. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Delete, Control G, delete, Control G, delete, Control G, delete, Control G, Control G, Control G, Control G, 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 delete, G, delete, Control 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 G, Control G, Control G, Control G, Control G, Control G, delete. Okay. We're almost down to the bottom, which is good. And we're almost there. Should have had this done sooner. I need to find a way to stop going off on tangents, because tangents leads to slow work. Okay, awesome. Enchanted lands. That seems like the biggest one. In fact, I can see that now. Let's just say hit 1 if you wish to continue. Okay, well, 104. I could stretch it real quick. Let's do something here. We're just going to copy this word for word, and I'm not going to worry that it doesn't go to the right door. So just copy, right? And this is Enchanted Land, so I can just do it directly. And I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. Favorites. And plus I need this open anyways when I start working on the layout tool again. Phase 1. Normal phase 1. And actually, let's do the one thing here, which I should have done first. Let's go into rooms. The 1, Channel Lands. (002) Hubert Home. Okay. Hubert Home 002. Hubert Home. Hubert Home. Save it. So, and we'll go ahead and just going to play this really briefly. You're going to see reload save scene. Okay. And we'll check this out real quick. Okay. See, look at all the... It might not fit onto one screen, so I'll have to figure out how to compress it even further. But I just want to test this to see what it looks like. What? Actually, I should have put a T in front of those flash ends, but I didn't, but that's okay. Oh, but you know what's cool? I didn't realize this because of what it is, I guess. The label, it's got an automatic scroll bar. I wonder if I should leave it like that, or if I should try to compress it to where it fits down onto one page. I'm not really sure if I should just let this go like this and leave it like this. I'll have to think about that for a bit, for a spell. Okay. All right. So that's the way that works, and I want to say thanks for watching part 2. Thank you for watching part 2, and I will see you in an hour where we'll continue to work on the layout tool. Thank you for watching part 2. Oh, thank you for watching part 1. Sorry about that.